Hey everyone, it's Shaun here with Blue Cow Marketing. I want to take the next few minutes and talk to you about why typical marketing fails for businesses. And this is based off of things that I've seen year over year talking with small business owners. When you look at what you have in place for marketing, and for most people, when you ask you, what are you doing for marketing? Maybe they're running some advertising, maybe they're running some Google ads or some Facebook ads at most, but most small businesses don't have a marketing system. So let's walk through that today and look at the typical setup and the typical life cycle of a customer. And we're looking through the lens and the eye of that customer. So up here on the top left-hand side, we're looking at the sources of traffic. By this, I mean, where do people come from that hear about your business and land on your website? Commonly, social media ads, whether it's Google or Facebook or even some physical ads that you're running on the radio or in the newspaper. Google, that would be more of your organic search traffic. And then maybe events. You're out networking, you're meeting people in real life. So this is commonly where most traffic comes from. Now, in a business, there's different stages along the way. We've got visitors. These are people who just come to your website. We've got leads, people who have identified that they are a potential fit for what you sell. Then your customers, those are paying customers. And then lastly on here, which is usually a forgotten thing in most businesses, are those fans. We all would love if people would refer us, and we naturally will get that, but we need to be intentional about how we go about that. So let's look at this. So we've got people that come to your website. We call those a visitor. They haven't done anything other than just landing on that website because they're either problem aware or solution aware that you have something of nature to help them. And if your website is just information and there's not easy or there's no reason for them to actually say, hey, you know what, Shaun, I'm ready to buy, right? I'm ready to pull out my credit card. I'm ready to book a consult, whatever that is. I'm ready to do it right now. Most likely what's going to happen is they're just going to fall off that website. And the only way to get them back is through these up here. And it becomes costly, right? Because there's nothing on there unless they're ready to buy that's going to entice them. So maybe you have a lead, right? Something's been referred to you and somebody comes over to your business and they're a potential lead and you're talking to them. But you don't have a really good sales process. You don't have a really good way to get them to buy your product or service. Guess you can figure out what's going to happen. They're going to fall into that lead category, into the trash can. And again, it's a wasted opportunity. Now you've made a customer. You got those diamonds in the rough that come in and they are ready to buy your service and they become a customer. So you do a great job, you service them, you sell them, whatever that is that you do in your business. And that's it, right? You're done with that process and now you're back over here looking at people. So what happens is they go into the trash can. So now you've got all these holes in the journey, right? These potholes in the journey that people can fall into, sinkholes, whatever you want to refer them as, okay? So with this, let's do some math now, all right? We all remember math class, but I'm going to make it easy for you. Let's say, for the sake of simplicity, we are going with 1,000 visitors to your website. Now, of these 1,000 visitors, commonly, you get about 100 leads, right? So that's about 10%. Let's keep that math going straight. And of these leads, let's go another 10%. You're going to get 10 customers. Now you're saying, hey, Shaun, you know what? I want to do better than that. I want to 2x my customer base. So I don't want to go with 10. I want to go with 20. Now, how are you going to do that? Commonly, what you'll say, what your brain will say to you right now is, if we double the front end here to 2,000, that should, if the math stays consistent, convert to 200 leads, convert to 20 customers, okay? But what we forget is that these 10 customers that were here, if we looked ahead and had a system to ask for referrals, get them to do reviews, get them to come back as a repeat client, whether it is buying another product or more of the product or service that you have and focused on that, you could do as much as getting the value of 20 customers without having to find 10 more customers. But we can actually scale this even better, okay? Now, I mentioned these holes in the journey here. Now, what if we were to bridge these gaps and make this very easy for somebody who is a visitor on the website to become a lead? They come along here, they're like, ooh, fun, whee, now I'm a lead, I did something, right? I'm in this lead category. There's a really good way to then nurture them and convert them into a customer. Let's do it again with me. Whee! We're a customer. Awesome. I'm not actually that crazy. I'm just having fun with this slide analogy that's here. They're a customer. We want them to become a fan. Whee! Now they become a fan, right? This is where a system comes into place to do all that, okay? We call it lifecycle automation. And that is because it is the customer life cycle, and we can automate this stuff so that you don't have to remember to do it every single time because you're busy, you have a business to run, and it's absolutely going to be impossible if you had to manually do all this. So how do we do that? Well, we look at labeling these 3 opportunities in the middle. Collecting leads. How do we collect leads from a visitor over to this category? Then, how do we convert to clients from lead to customer? What do we do in here? How do we build this slide? And then from here, how do we create those fans? Okay. So let's talk about that. Let's walk through this. You've probably seen this. You might even have something like this. If you've just got a contact form on your website, you have something to convert them from a visitor to a lead, but you could be doing more, right? What we want to have in place is something called a lead magnet. Now, for different businesses, lead magnets can be completely different. If you're in the e-commerce space, maybe you're offering a 20% off your first order coupon. It pops up, put in your email or text, and it will send you that coupon. That is a lead magnet. That is converting them from a visitor to a lead purchasing that first order. It could be a free ebook. We've got it on our website. We've got some free reports. It could be a video series. It could be a free ticket to an event or whatever it is, right? It needs to be unique to what it is that you do in your business. So we don't need to get in the nuts and bolts of what's specific to you. You just know that you need to have something there. Now, what about those businesses that go out and they meet people, right? They go to networking events. Those are technically visitors because you are representing your business. If you have a conversation with them, it's almost as good as them coming to your website. So you want to actually get them into this lead section here. So what we need is a form, not a paper form you're going to hand to them and say, hey, Joe, fill this out. That would be ridiculous. Who would do that, right? It's dumb. You wouldn't do that. What you're going to do is you're going to get their information, right? Commonly, you might get something like this, which is a business card from them if people still have those around, or you might just get their information into your phone. But regardless, what you want to do is you want to put this networking form and into your CRM system and enter their information, and then they become part of this lead category. Now, once they become into this lead and you're collecting the leads, it doesn't just stop there as just collecting that information, right? If they download a free ebook, you don't just give them the ebook and go crickets on them and quiet, right? You need to have what's called lead magnet follow-up. And that can look like a series of emails. And it can be more than emails, right? We're building systems where we have text messaging. You got voicemail drops, which leaves a pre-recorded voicemail. Maybe there's some actual physical mail or a phone call for your sales rep or yourself to follow up with them. But regardless of what that looks like, there needs to be follow-up. The key to success here is in the follow-up. Now, statistically speaking, it takes about 7 to 12 contact points for somebody to actually become a client or a customer. 7 to 12. The problem is most people give up trying after 2 to 3. Just let that sink in for a minute. Most people give up after 2 to 3 and it takes 7 to 12, right? So you need to have quite a nice follow-up here. And it's not a follow-up that's nagging them and things like that. You need to provide value and education so that the people know that you know what you're talking about, whatever it is that you do. Now, what we do in our business, if you do, get one of our lead magnets, is we're giving you, some other podcast episodes, maybe some videos that we've done before. We expand upon what it is that you've actually downloaded here, so to provide more value in that. But the idea is there's always a top of mind element to that. So when they're ready to convert over to being a customer or booking a consult, you're going to be top of mind because you're staying in touch with them. All right. So now once they become a customer, so they've come from this lead category and you followed up and they either bought or scheduled a consult and became a customer, you need the crucial element here, which is your new customer welcome and wow. Right? Think of it when you become a new customer, you buy something, how good that feels. You need to do that for your customers. And again, it can be done in the form of a series of emails or text messages, or another element that we absolutely love and have implemented is a gift. Right? We've found an amazing company out of Colorado called Sugar Wish. Check them out. Just Google them. We're not an affiliate of them, but we love what they've done in their business. So we send out new clients a Sugar Wish, which is allowing them to go and pick a treat, whether it's candies, cookies, dog treats. If I know they're a dog person, we can choose that. And they pick it and it's shipped out to them with a custom printed card with your branding on it and everything, with a message that you enter in and everything. So we've implemented that in the new customer wow. And the key with that is because you want to have that customer feel amazing. And then after they've done business with you, you can start to talk to them about other things that you do. You can talk to them about referring other people, and they naturally will if they've had a great experience, but you can also ask them about that. And then ultimately you do want to get a Google review from them because the social proof, when people are actually in that visitor stage and they're checking you out, even if they've opted in here, but before they actually go from here to here, they're going to do their homework. They're going to start to look at reviews. What are other people saying about you? What are other people saying about the experience they had? And they want to make sure that it's the right decision for them. Okay. So all of this in its simplest form looks very linear, left to right. Right? But I have another graph I'm going to show you here in a second that really talks about how we work with our clients and build all this out. So this is a great representation of lifecycle marketing in more of a polished form. Now it looks like a triple infinity loop here because it essentially is. As you drop people into the collecting leads and converting them to clients and creating fans, the fans, some of them of themselves will come back around and become, repeat clients, but you want them to refer others to come over here. And the more of these fans you have out there singing your praises, the easier it is for you to collect more leads and move them along the cycle. And we look at all three areas of each category when we work with clients on the way. I'm sorry, my face is in the way there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we're touching base on all three areas in each of these so that everything is covered along the way. Now, what would this look like for your business? Now, I'm going to say to you, what if you could have all this built out for your business? What if it was so easy for you to get a customer life cycle built out for you, right? Which would include the complete customer life cycle system built specifically for your type of business. And to do that, you would have to have all that email copy written for you, right? Which is what we would do for you. And then a fully functioning CRM system to implement this, right? And run this, which would be awesome to have. But then you're not doing it alone. You've got 3 one-hour coaching sessions with me to help you better position your business through customer lifecycle marketing. So we're going to be with you. We're going to implement it. We're going to launch it with you and make sure that it works for your business. Now, here's the part where you're like, oh yeah, here we go. Right, here you're going to drop this massive price tag. No, I'm not. I want to make it affordable. 12 years of doing lifecycle marketing with hundreds of clients. I've mastered this, not to toot my own horn, but I've mastered the way to implement this for you. We want to make it extremely affordable for you. So just ongoing, $97 a month, right? $97 a month for this system, which is going to give you the lifecycle system, all the emails written, fully functioning CRM, and those 3 1-hour coaching sessions. There is a startup there, right? There is some heavy lifting we have to do in the beginning to write all this copy. So we have a one-time $497 charge, but after that, month to month, $97. And if you cancel at any point, you can keep all that email copy. I'll give you the time to extract whatever you need from the system for that. All right. Now, how do you take me up on this offer? Or you want to talk about this offer a little bit more? I'll give you 2 ways here on the screen. Give me a text, 902-300-3030, 902-300-3030, or email me, Shaun@bluecowmarketing.ca, and we can talk about this and talk about getting your business up and running with lifecycle marketing. Thanks for watching this presentation. It's absolutely been a pleasure. I love this stuff, and I look forward to talking with you about implementing it for your business.